Welcome to tonight's weight loss call. This is Milo with you, and we have a great call for you guys today. And just before I pass the time to Aaron, I would just like to make a couple of announcements. We're doing this call every single Tuesday night at 7 p.m. And this call is meant for you guys to bring your prospects, bring your guests, anybody that wants to learn how to learn about the product that we have, our SiselTHIN and SiselSport, and some of the other products, to learn about what keto is, to listen to some of the testimonies of the success stories that we have around the United States and the world. So please make sure that you guys promote this call with your team. We'll make sure that we keep it, in the shorter side. Just make sure that we have cover all the information for you guys. We have a great call today, and if you weren't able to listen to the call today, we have the recording available in our YouTube channel under Sizzle International under playlist, so you guys can listen to every single call that we've done so far. If you want to listen to the previous call, you can dial in 801-704-6800 and dial option 2, and you will listen to last week's weight loss recruiting call. So we're going to be making sure that all these calls are available. We'll share them through Facebook and everything. So I'm not going to spend more time here. I'm going to pass the time to our VP of Global Sales and Marketing, Mr. Aaron Renner. Aaron, welcome to the call.
Hey, Milo, thank you so much for bringing everybody on the call tonight. And everybody, you're going to hear from Milo at the end of the call and as he wraps everything up, as he does so well. And folks, I'm telling you, I really want you to know how important this call is to us. It's going to be well worth your time. We appreciate you taking time out of your day, your night, wherever you happen to be in the world, to talk to us and for us to talk to you a little bit about the most important issues that are plaguing us today, either being overweight or obese or out of shape or the fitness area that you're just not quite confident in. And that is what we want to talk about tonight. As a matter of fact, I can't wait to bring on a couple of our guests because it's going to be a lot of fun to hear from them on what they're doing and how they're doing it and why they're doing it the way that they're doing it. And, it's interesting as we've popped the products into a couple of new markets. Of course, Australia, New Zealand is just absolutely crushing it right now. And Europe is right behind you guys. So we're seeing that Europe is kicking off. I got a great note from a couple of different individuals. I had a note from a good friend of mine, Arno Moose, who's over in Germany. He kicked me off a note earlier today and said that he had just gotten a SiselSport. We're going to talk about that in a bit, but the SiselSport that he was working out for hours and hours and hours today. Literally, he spent 3 hours in the gym, and he said, I just didn't need to go home. He's going to be 60 this next year. And he said, I cannot believe how good I feel. Another guy sent me a note that they just gotten his product within the last week. We're doing a call with the Hungarians on Thursday, and he said, boy, I'm already down 6.5 pounds. He said, I cannot believe that I'm having these types of results. I've always stalled out. And he's a bigger guy. So I admit that the pictures weren't doing him justice probably in terms of how he looked. But the fact is that he literally said, I am dropping weight so fast. I feel so good. Immediately started feeling like he was starting to feel more clear-headed. He was starting to feel less of an interest in his food. So we're going to talk about SiselTHIN and SiselSport tonight. We're going to talk about how to get your team excited. We've got Elsie Stolzfus. We've got Crystal Gordon. We've got a couple of other individuals that we'll bring on. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'll tell you, from my perspective, now is the time. Now's the opportunity. But let's really start with what I consider to be the most important part of what we're talking about right now. Because, again, we're going to talk also with Marion Detweiler tonight as well. And but I want you guys to know, who is Sizzle? And everybody's probably you've probably heard this all before, but everyone states that they've got the best company, the best products, the best compensation plan. But here's the point. Sizzle is not a new flashy company. We're not that company whose flame burns bright or just shoots you to the moon and comes back to earth. We're not that company. We've been around for a long time. We've seen a lot. We actually stand for something literally, and it's in our name. Sizzle. Sizzle is spelled SISEL. It's an acronym. The first letter, S, stands for science. It's what we do. It's the first part of our name. It's one I consider to be one of the most important parts of our name. Looking for the research, we've got it. Do we own or operate our own lab? We've got it. How about the commitment to quality? We've got it. Second letter I stands for innovation. The Mauers have been at the forefront of innovation for over the last 35 years plus. These guys were the pioneers in developing clean, safe products. The Mauer mission is to only produce the safest, most effective, and efficacious products that are free from harmful ingredients. So, folks, you know that here's the thing. They didn't trust anyone else to manufacture their products for them. And as a result, they invested their own money, so they're debt-free, in a 300,000 plus square foot manufacturing facility where they can oversee the development, quality, and the production of each and every product, all the way from the raw ingredients to the point where it lands on your doorstep. The third letter S stands for success. For some, this means living a healthy lifestyle. For others, it means success in business. And really, for a lot of people, with Sizzle, you can have both. Share amazing products so others can feel as good as you do. That's rewarding enough. Share products and get paid for doing so. That is next level rewarding. And that's really what we want to talk about tonight. We want everyone to be rewarded for the efforts that they put into their business. The fourth letter E, it stands for energy. So if you want the energy, we've got it here. We are energized about your success. We're energized about the opportunity. We're energized about seeing what you do with this business and with these products. We've got the tools, we've got the systems, we've got the promotions, we've got the training to help you every step of the way. And you are joining like-minded people. As you'll hear from many of these people tonight, they've got a passion for life and success. And if that doesn't energize you, guess what? Our products will. We guarantee that. So that's step number 4. And step number 5 is the fifth letter. L stands for longevity. Sizzle's built to last. We're a debt-free company with a decades-long track record of helping people around the world find health and prosperity. We've got the Mauers who will be passing this legacy down from generation to generation. A lot of people think, oh, longevity means anti-aging or age reversal or those types of products. Well, guess what? Yeah, we've got those. But in our opinion, longevity is really about the stability and the length of time this company is going to be around to serve you. And that's what we're absolutely focused on. Now, one of the things that we're going to hit on tonight is overweight and obesity. And folks, I got to tell you, it's a difficult time for a lot of people. As a matter of fact, they consider that about 76% of North Americans are either overweight or clinically obese right now. So that means literally more than, again, averages, but more than 2 out of 3 people that you know, and maybe even the person staring you in the face as you look in the mirror, are actually struggling with being either overweight or clinically obese. We understand it. We've been there. We've got it. We get it. And for all of us, whether you struggle with weight a little bit or a lot, we want to be here to help you and support you. And we've got the products to do so. So as a matter of fact, it's interesting. Over the last about 50 years, worldwide obesity rates have tripled. It's only getting worse. In 2007 to 2008, it was about 33.7% of Americans were obese. It grew by 6%. So in 2015 to 16, that 39.6% of Americans were obese. 2007 to 2008, 5.7% of Americans were severely obese. And then again, ratchet that up another 2%. 2015 to 2016, it was 7.7% of Americans were severely obese. So it's a scary time for a lot of people. As a matter of fact, in 2013, it was the first time in the history of our planet that more people died from obesity than from malnutrition. So think about that. What is it that people are dealing with? Why are they dealing with it? And what can we do to help them and back some of those issues off? Now, what we know is that over the last number of years, sugar has become a great component in many people's diet. And it's unfortunate because the average annual sugar consumption has grown immensely. In the 1700s, the average person ate 4 pounds of sugar. In the 1800s, it was 18 pounds, 1900s, 90 pounds. And then all of a sudden, here's this trend. 2015, it's estimated that the average person consumed over 200 plus pounds of sugar that year. Can you imagine that? What is it today? I don't even know. But I'm telling you, if you think about it from that perspective, we've got to start backing off from the sugar because those are some of the issues that people are dealing with. The other problem is that our calorie consumption has gone way up. So when we think about the calorie consumption, we've got in the average person in 1965 consumed about 1,500 calories. Today, the average person has literally consumed about 3,700 calories. And the average calories from a fast food meal, in a time crunch, you're going to take the kids through a drive-through. The average fast food meal is about 1,844 calories. 1,844 calories. So, folks, I said it at the first of the call. Milo said it at the first of the call. This is a very important call. We've got more people that are struggling with this than you can even imagine. And now that you know the numbers, it's important for us to do what we can to help these people and do what we can to support everybody, myself included. I need the support. And when we talk about it, we'll talk a little bit about some of the things that individuals are doing right now to help people through this process. So the first person we're going to bring on is Elsie Stoltzfus. Elsie, you have done a phenomenal job at helping your team understand that, listen, let's have fun. Let's support each other. Let's gather around each other. Let's do everything we can to try to give each other the hope and the confidence and the ability to do what we need to do. And now we've got the products to support you. What have you done with your team, and what are some of the things that you're doing right now, Elsie Stoltzfus, where you have absolutely had incredible results? And from my perspective, already down 17 pounds. Folks, listen to this. Elsie's already down 17 pounds. She's shopping in her own closet, taking out the old dresses and putting in the new ones. And so, Elsie, I'm super proud of you, but I'm also super proud of what you're doing for your team. So maybe you could take everybody through just a couple of examples of what you and your team are doing, and then the successes that you guys are having. And then, of course, I can't wait to bring on Marion Detweiler right after you. So, Elsie, welcome to the call.
Hey, thank you, Aaron. Hearing you go through the introduction of what Sizzle is, it just made me so proud to be a part of this company and so grateful. The last 5.5 years have been nothing but amazing. So I'm so grateful that we are with Sizzle because, yes, I have always had a weight struggle. I can't remember a time in my life where I didn't want to lose some pounds. I just always did. And as a busy mom, they just seemed to be packing on more and more all the time. So when SiselTHIN came out, and it really, really got my attention on how I felt on it, because usually when I was on a diet, I was under stress, and stress actually keeps you from losing weight. So when I heard that ashwagandha was in there and the benefits of ashwagandha, and one of them is managing stress, I thought, how cool is this? So I started having results. Yes, I'm down 17 pounds. I'm so excited about it. And I just had to ask myself, okay, it's now or never if I'm going to reach my goals. Why not now? And so I said, I've always wanted to change. What am I willing to change? In order to make a change, I must live a change so that I can experience a change. When I came to that realization, I thought, okay, I have to be the one to truly make a change, because thinking back all those times dieting, I didn't really make a change. I just kind of kept on cheating, and wondering why I didn't lose weight. So the SiselTHIN has made it possible to make that change and not be stressed out about it. So I'm absolutely thrilled with the results and the team challenge that we're doing. So I thought, you know what? I'm having such good results. So many people want to do it. Why not do it together and have fun with it? So I said to my team on a team call, let's set up a challenge. And I offered up the prize of a change starter pack from me for the person that loses the most weight. And I said, number one, we're going to have fun doing it. We won't, be stressed out if we don't lose a pound in a week. So we set it up as they have to report back to me every Wednesday. So I'm really, really excited for tomorrow morning to see the results of this past week. So the number one prize is a change starter pack. The second place is a Sizzle Sport, and the third place is a SiselTHIN. And I said there's only a few rules. One of them is they have to be on SiselTHIN or Sizzle Sport and report to our team call or to me each Wednesday. So in 2 weeks' time, we've lost 97 pounds together, 21 people. And like I said, tomorrow morning, I can't wait to see if we've reached 150. I would love to be reaching 150 tomorrow. And then the following, our goal is to be down 200 pounds as a team. So have fun with it. It is absolutely fun when you can do it with a team.
Well, Elsie, thank you so much. And I think one thing that I hear is that, number one, we've got a big support system, a group of people that have embraced each other There's no judging. There's nobody saying, "Oh, bad job, horrible. You didn't, you only lost 2 pounds or 3 pounds, or you didn't lose any pounds." Folks, it's not about that. It's about watching people make change in their lives and giving them that opportunity. And Elsie, I have to applaud you, because a lot of people don't realize, but just putting a little carrot out there, we always talk about the carrot and the stick as kids. Things have changed a little bit, thank goodness. But the carrot is still out there, and that's that reward kind of dangling to let people know, hey, listen, I want to reward you for your efforts and your behavior. So I am super impressed with the whole story. I'm super impressed with your weight loss and your weight loss journey, but also literally you may be embracing people and giving them a nudge down the path, or some of them may be, being a little bit drugged down the path. But I guarantee with all of the issues that people are having with being either overweight or clinically obese, which is a really scary thing. And folks, you don't realize cardiovascular disease, diabetes, musculoskeletal disorders, degenerative disease of the joints, some cancers, kidney disease, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and the list goes on with the elements and the issues. But I'll tell you what, the biggest issue is your confidence. The biggest issue is your belief in yourself. Your biggest issue that you're going to fight through is the way that you feel and the way that you look, and not being happy with yourself. But when you start to make those changes and you start seeing literally the changes in yourself, but then people start noticing, that's when it's super cool. So Elsie, thank you so much for sharing on the call. And we're going to jump right over to somebody who is just an absolute energizer bunny. She's a single. I'm not single. I apologize. She's a mother. She's on the run all the time. She's trying to stay ahead of everybody that's coming at her for all the things that she needs to do. But at the same time, she's joined this challenge with Elsie. She's doing a great job. Marion Detweiler, thank you so much for being on the call and to share your experiences. And you're having success in the business. You're having success with the products. Take us through some of the things that you're doing right now and the challenge that you're involved in.
Well, good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for having me on the call. It's an honor to be here, and absolutely, I'm excited. And Elsie, I just had to think you hit exactly the nail on the head with the things that I was going to touch on as well, with the foundation of Sizzle. Because I always have to think, here's a company that I finally found that actually matched my passion with, the stability, the integrity, and the purpose. So I am super excited to be part of this. And also with the weight loss challenge, I am so excited about this. This is absolutely a blast, and it's so much fun to be, with a whole team of people, so much encouraging, so much motivation. And so, yeah, as Elsie was saying, I was never a person to do dieting. I always told my sisters they did a lot of diets, and I never really did. I always told them, I said, I want to live life. It's too stressful to be on a diet, whatever. And so I guess when I heard that Sizzle was coming out with a weight loss, I was like, okay, so it's now or never, because, sometimes we have to learn, it's all about mindset and putting that effort into reaching, like in the weight we want to be, or the health we want to be, or whatever it may be. So I am so super excited, and I have lost 12 pounds so far. This is today is exactly 3 weeks that I started, and a whole bunch of inches as well. I won't go through all of that, but I'm telling you what, if you want to lose weight, here's the way to go, because the Sizzle Sport absolutely is incredible. I'm telling you, I take it first thing in the morning, and I've not really been a morning person, but with the Sizzle Sport, I just get things done, and it's kind of, I'm not sure how to say it, but it's like it gives me this energy, but at the same time, I have this calmness. It's like a balance, and I just love it. So I absolutely love it. It keeps me going through the day, and the motivation, it's like it just really pushes me out of my comfort zones, and it seems like I do so much more than I would have usually, and I'm like, can this really be doing this? So it's absolutely incredible, and so the SiselTHIN, or the SiselTHIN, I am loving that as well. I have noticed I had a busy schedule yesterday, and I, wasn't on it regularly like I would have usually. And I sort of seen a difference in, the appetite suppression wasn't as great. But, all I did was restart it, and yeah, I'm good to go again. So but I was kind of stuck, let's say last week. And so I thought, sometimes we want the pounds to go like now, and it takes, a little bit of effort, and then we kind of tend to get discouraged. But something DW had mentioned last night at the Mini Masters in Ohio, he was saying about sometimes we might have to maybe look at different things to move, forward or whatever. And he said maybe as simple as looking, eating, what's right for your blood type. And I really got to thinking about that, and I was like, okay, so maybe, that's something I need to check into. So I was super excited coming home today and doing some research on that. And I've discovered that just a few key points that I will bring out on the O blood type, which is what I have. It said they, are more of a high protein, and they like heavy exercise is really especially critical. And so I was so excited to learn all of that, to put that into, into trial, see how it works for me. So, yeah, it's absolutely just a blast, and seeing, what works for one might not for another. But I think if we keep, continuing on and, searching for whatever, I think we'll get there. So I am excited. Thanks for having me.
Hey, Marion, thank you so much. And thanks for sharing your experiences. And 12 pounds, wow. I mean, this is so cool between the two of you, 29 pounds. And you guys are just getting started, and it's exciting to hear about it. It's exciting to see it. I love seeing the different people that are able to post on social media. I love hearing the results coming through. I had Elsie drop me a voicemail this past week and talked about her experiences and her successes. We shared it around through a few of us because we were so excited about it. I said, Elsie, jump on the call. She, of course, brought Marion on because the results are there and the energy and the passion is there. And so it's super exciting. And I'll tell you what, this last Saturday, I took my Sizzle Sport early in the morning. Nobody was up yet. And so I was up early, and I thought, well, I'm going to get a ride in. So I jumped on my little Peloton stationary bike here in the house, and I started riding, and I felt so good. And I was putting out the best ride that I've ever done on that bike. And I literally have the results to prove it. There's an app for it. And I literally felt so good and so powerful the entire time. And I literally got off the bike, and I thought to myself, I could go for another 45 minutes. No sweat. I could have gone for probably another hour easily. But I had things to do and errands to run, and I felt like, hey, that's enough. And I'm kind of like you guys with diets and other things that you do where you think, well, do I really need to do that right now? But the bottom line is a little bit of exercise, a little bit of nutrition, some changes in your diet, some adding some supplements. You're going to see some results. And tonight we've got a special guest on, and I'll give you guys a little bit of a prelude to this, is that Crystal is a person that we met through Milo. Milo, of course, when he starts to do something, he goes all in, and he's a product of the product. He's told you guys that for years. But the bottom line is he's also one that will not stand up on stage, just like me. That's why I hired him. He will not stand on stage if he's not taking the product, and he won't talk about it because it's just not something that he can do. And I can't do it either. So it's important. I mean, obviously there are products that I can tell you about, but maybe progesterone cream, I don't necessarily rub on my inner wrist when I'm feeling a little emotional, but some women may. But the bottom line is he started talking about it, and he said, listen, I'm having great success. Things are happening for my body. I'm starting to feel like I'm putting on a little bit of muscle. And I remember I had shared some of his results with some people, and they said, well, that's not that much weight to lose over that course of time. And I said, yeah, but it's not about the weight. It's about the muscles, and it's about the inches. Well, the person that we have on the call tonight is Milo's personal trainer, who we have actually brought into the Sizzle family so that she can help us with thoughts, ideas, suggestions, et cetera. And maybe, hopefully, many of you saw her video that came out yesterday that we just did. So we wanted to do an introduction and then bring her on the call tonight. But Crystal, you are a breath of fresh air. You literally help so many people. Maybe you could tell us, and I'll ask you a couple of questions, and then that way people can get an idea of what it is that they can do as well, just based on your thoughts, ideas, and suggestions. But how did you get into personal training in the first place? What happened? When was it? And what got you motivated to help people?
Well, hi, everybody. Thank you for having me. To answer that question, I was a mother. I mean, I am a mother still. I had a son growing up fast. He was getting older, and I realized, so am I. And I did not feel I was progressing. I wasn't aging very gracefully, let's put it that way. So I took the initiative, and I told my son, he was maybe 5 or 6, I said, you know what, we're going to start running a little bit each day. And we just started working out together. Later in life, this led to me going to the gym. I went so frequently that I was constantly being asked questions. How do you do this? People needed help. The manager of the gym then came up to me and said, you know what, why don't you just get paid to answer these questions? I said, twist my arm. Let's do this.
So on that note, I mean, when you started, and obviously you were, I don't want to call you a gym rat, but you were at the gym a lot. So as you started to learn more about exercise physiology and nutrition and all those other things, what then transpired for you where it became more of a full-time gig, where you literally said, I'm going to do this and I'm going to help a lot of people?
Well, it started with one client. Seeing results, being efficient with that client and consistent as well. I thought, you know, I want to do this for more people. This client, when we first met, was very scared walking into the gym. It can be overwhelming to start something new. You often don't know where to start. I had that knowledge. I helped this person, and it just led to wanting to help more, seeing the difference of the confidence and the empowerment. And it taught me to learn more about myself and everyone around me and gain as much knowledge as I possibly could.
Okay, so interesting segue then. So you have people that come in, and obviously there are a lot of people that really don't even know how to get started. How do you help them with some of their goals or some of their objectives as they come in and literally sit down and say, Crystal, here's what I want, and can you help me get there? How do you guys kind of work together and determine that? Because there are a lot of people on the call tonight that are probably saying, I don't even know really where to start.
Absolutely. That's not uncommon. I was like that myself too. I walked into a gym very intimidated by the equipment, the other people, felt like people were staring at me. I sit down with my clients initially. We meet, we go over the goals, and I break it down. I don't just say, okay, by next week, you're going to be bench pressing 200 pounds. We have to work our way up to it. We have to consider their limitations, their abilities, and then we break it down in what I like to call micro goals. You know, down the line, people want to, you know, maybe run a 5K or be able to walk up and down the stairs without pain. We figure out a safe way to day by day figure out how these people can learn to do these things. I watch them. It's very guided, and over time, we just gradually get to these goals.
Okay, so here's an interesting question, and again, I apologize for I keep on putting you on the spot, but if I'm getting started, so I'm a person that's on the call, I've not really done a lot of exercise, I've not really been involved in some of these aspects of being really going to the gym. So let's say we don't even need to go to the gym. Let's say that we're at home and we just want to get some exercise, because we all know, and I'm going to be super compliant here, we all know that diet and exercise go together in order to lose some weight and some pounds and get fit again. What are the things that you would say, because I know we're going to do this, Crystal, and so I apologize for pounding in here with some thoughts and ideas, but I'm kind of excited. But we're going to do some of these workouts with you where it would be, for instance, hey, grab some of these things from around your home. You can do the workout with us, whether it be milk jugs or water jugs or bands or whatever it might be. You can pick them up at Walmart for super cheap. But what are some of the things that people can do on a daily basis just to kind of get their fitness going a little bit more and get their metabolism up and, kind of start burning off some of that fat?
Okay, first of all, move around. We have a very sedentary lifestyle thanks to media and devices that make it a little easier on us. And nutrition. Nutrition is huge. You can have one without the other, but your results and your success won't be as great, and if at all, if you don't combine nutrition, dietary needs with basic movements. There's a lot of options you can do, surprisingly, with just your body weight, or like you said, small items around the home. And it doesn't have to be incredibly expensive. It could be something as simple as holding up a water bottle, or getting up and down off of a couch and safely walking up and down the stairs. Again, these things are helpful, but the right nutrition is going to help your success.
Okay, so my segue is going to kind of lead us into Milo, but Milo will never talk about himself. Of course, nobody likes to talk about themselves and kind of feel like the ego, is getting in front of you. But with Milo, he just won't. So some of the things that we talked about when we first met was the fact that you were watching Milo's progression was pretty rapid, right?
Absolutely. Faster than I expected.
And so when you started asking, you said, okay, so Milo, what supplements are you taking? And maybe it started even with what do you do for work? But as you started talking about it, of course, we had just come out with SiselTHIN and Sizzle Sport. And he started talking a little bit about these two products and what he was taking, and then all of the other products that he was taking as well. Sizzle Rip, Sizzle Lean, you name it, Encompass 360, Super Omega Plus, all that stuff. And you were saying, wow, okay, so something's going on with these products as well. When you started watching that, was it kind of, again, I don't think you'd be sitting in our office a couple weeks ago when we first met if it weren't for the fact that you were seeing Milo's results and said, okay, there's something going on here with these products.
Definitely. So here's what first got my attention. I would put him through a very vigorous workout. And I'd check on him a day or two later, and he'd say his soreness was not as expected, which is very uncommon. A lot of people don't understand that following up the right nutrition can help eliminate some of the inflammation from working out, or in Milo's case, reduce it significantly. He was taking the proper products to follow up after a workout to help repair the muscle that he put through a really good workout. That's when I was noticing, what are you taking? What are you following up with? Making sure he's taking his amino acids and the supplements that he needs on a daily basis. And he's very diligent about that. And don't let him fool you. He works out very hard.
Well, I won't even go there because I want to make fun of it. But here's what I do know is that when we talked earlier today, I don't think Milo could even get a breath in. He finally just handed the phone over to you and said, here, you talk to Crystal. But the fact is, you're right. And I do say this again and again and again, but with the right type of products, with the right type of discipline, and making sure that, we even talk about Sizzle Sport, which is a phenomenal pre-workout drink. Because a lot of people feel that prolonged energy, they feel that sustained performance, the endurance, the stamina. They notice even nitric oxide production. Obviously, that enhances the blood flow to deliver nutrition to the muscles and to the body, and all of those wonderful things. But the fact is that right behind it, when he's about 15 to 20 minutes after his workout, then I see him pouring in his Sizzle Rip and drinking that down so that he can make sure that he gets his recovery drink in as well. Is that important from a day-to-day perspective when people are working out?
Yes. Your body reacts to consistency, especially when it comes to nutrition. Over time, it takes an amount of change for the body to accept, okay, we've started this new diet, we've started these new supplements. Okay, let's see after 2 days, is that going to change anything? Probably not. It takes time for these supplements and the new nutrition to build up in your system enough to have an effect. So consistency is very important. And I'm sure if Milo misses a day or two, he can probably feel it in his muscles. But building it up in your system and making sure every day, even on the days you don't work out, days that you do work out, even if you aren't a gym rat or you don't do a vigorous workout every day, these supplements help with all kinds of different health and, like you said, longevity. Your Sizzle acronym works perfect, switching it over into the nutrition world as well. Your body definitely needs that every single day.
Okay, and then the last thing, SiselTHIN. So we had talked the other day and we gave you a little bit of insight into it, but SiselTHIN is a really cool product because it has what I would consider the capability of actually pushing people into ketosis a lot quicker, which you understand that very well, and giving people the stamina and the energy, which sometimes people think when you go on to a keto or even a paleo diet. Obviously, they're a little bit different, but they obviously kind of play in the same space. But your metabolism, your thermogenesis, your appetite suppression, et cetera, all of these things that are wonderful. But you're noticing it firsthand with Milo as he was stripping off weight. Now he's more on a maintenance mode and starting to pack on the muscle. What does SiselTHIN do for people as it relates to kind of that diet and that, again, nutrition kind of switch over a little bit for a lot of people?
Well, you can look at it from a lot of different standpoints. For those of you who love the ketogenic diet and want to stick to it, it really does give you that jump start into it. The ingredients do accelerate the ketogenic process, like you said, and that thermogenic effect as well, along with energy. Other supplements like the proteins and things that we need on a daily basis, they help fill the nutritional gaps. Because let's face it, in order to get all of these ingredients, you'd have to eat 7,000 calories a day. Sizzle kind of breaks that down like in a little scope, like here's what you get this day for this. Because we don't eat everything that we're required. If you looked at the table, the food tables and everything, it just makes it simple. Here, take this. Here, you need this. And it just keeps you on track.
Well, Crystal, I'm not going to take any more of your Tuesday night, but I'll tell you this. Thank you so much for being on the call. Thank you for your input, your insight over the last few weeks, giving us some ideas and ways that we can help so many people. And we'll have some fun doing it. So again, I can't wait for everybody to meet you or to see you and get to be that recognizable face where people start to go, okay, there's Crystal, we're going to do a workout today, or I'm going to get some tips and tricks. So I just thank you. I thank you for being a part of this and helping us with some thoughts, ideas, and just imparting your knowledge. So thank you for being on the call.
You're very welcome. I appreciate being included. And Elsie, Marion, congratulations on that weight loss. That is not easy.
Well, you are great. And again, everybody's going to see you. So Milo, I'm going to tell you this. We've talked you up like crazy. And now is your opportunity to kind of maybe squash some of that hype around Milo. But everybody, you need to know and realize that Milo takes off in the middle of the day, at lunchtime, runs up to the gym, puts his time in, puts his effort in, watches his diet, watches his calories, watches where they come from. So Milo Acosta, Director of North American Sales, take it away.
Milo Acosta left the call. Oh, God. So thank you so much, guys. I'm actually blushing here, to be honest with you. I really don't like the spotlight a lot, but yeah, thank you so much for everyone. Elsie, Marilyn, everybody, Crystal, for your help during this call and for your help that, every week. Sometimes, she pushes me so much that I text her, I'm like, I hate you today, kind of thing. And then she texts back, oh, you're welcome. So it's like they were saying, we have to have fun doing this. And yes, it hurts, but if you want to see results, you have to put the time and effort to it. And I decided after I came back from that trip that I had to do a change because I was embarrassed of myself of taking those selfies. And I'm like, this is not me. So I decided to get help because I didn't know how to go to the gym. I used to play basketball, like you guys know, and that was my exercise. But it's all about getting help, having a system, having a guide to do everything for weight loss, for business building, for your personal lives, just to have someone to kind of help and teach you, like when you were kids, your parents were there and kind of teaching you how to walk and how to, go to school and math and whatever. That's exactly what we need as adults too. I needed some help, and I asked Crystal to help me and teach me how to do the proper exercises to reach my goal. And like she was saying, it's small baby steps. If you want to, go get to the bigger goals, you have to take baby steps at the beginning and put your time and effort to it. It's not easy. Like Erin was saying, we were trying to do the call, and I was out of breath. I'm like, I just can't, take the phone. I can't even breathe right now. I need to walk or something. But you start, seeing the difference, maybe not in 1 or 2 days or a week, but, with time, you feel the difference. I don't feel any pain on my knees anymore because I have muscle around it. So my kneecap is not hitting bone to bone, and I can see other things, guys, like we were talking about earlier. We have a system for everything at Sizzle. We have a system for business building. We have a system even for losing weight. We have a great guide that you guys can, when you get your one of the packs, you'll get a guide, and it'll tell you exactly what to do, when to eat, what to have for breakfast, what to have for breaks, what to have for lunch, when to take SiselTHIN, when to take Sizzle Sport, when to take Ripped, and the great thing is about our company, guys, is our products work, bar none. Seriously, I mean, if you guys want to be successful, you have to become product of the product. I'm not a distributor, but I represent the company, and I try to take most of the products, if not all. But specifically this the weight loss, I took it personal because I saw my first selfie, and I'm like, I'm sorry, this is not me, and this is not going to happen again. So it's a lifestyle change that you do. I'm not planning to leave that. I'm trying to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm going to the gym and be healthy, because at the same time, I want to live longer. I want to enjoy my kids longer. I want to be able to run with my 7-year-old, and try to play sports with him, when he's, a teenager. So I want to make sure that I invest in my personal life right now in order to live longer and to live a healthier lifestyle. And we have everything, guys, to do that. We have the products, we have the support, we have these calls every single Tuesday. We have people like Crystal that loves the product, that wants to help out, that is a people person, just like the majority of us at Sizzle and as a company that want to help people. That's what the main thing that we're doing. What we're doing is because we like to make sure that we share what we have with other people that are looking for something. So guys, right now is the best time to do it. Like you guys know, number one New Year's resolution, I keep saying that over and over, is weight loss and make money. Seriously. And everybody wants to lose weight, no matter if it's 1 pound, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, whatever it is. Everybody wants to lose weight and be healthy. We have the products to do that right now. The momentum is here. The support is here from your upline, from corporate. We're all here to help you guys do that. Like Elsie was doing, put a little team together in your local town, 5, 2, 3 people, and have fun with it. Lose weight, share recipes. Right now we have this contest out there that we're giving away, money for the people that lose weight and share with people. Go to Facebook and Instagram and then post your before and afters, post the recipes, post ideas, things that, encouragement for other people, and add the hashtag SiselTHIN. Our panel of judges will look for that and track that and make sure that they will get the winner of this contest for these three months, guys. So the key here is help other people, help others, helping yourself. So we're here to support you. We're here to help you. We appreciate everything that you guys are doing. If you guys are here for the first time, you're a guest, call the person that invited you to this call. Ask him what's going on, what's SiselTHIN, what's Sizzle Sport, how you can get it, how you can get and be part of this family without paying a sign-up fee. Right now we have a promotion doing that. We have a discount pack that you can purchase with everything that you need to start losing weight right now. Make your teams, ask him how to be a part of this and how to get support from corporate and from your upline. So thank you so much, guys, for your time. We'll see you again next Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. For all you guys out there, we love you. Thank you so much for being a part of Sizzle, and you guys have a great evening. See you next week.